everybody? It's your host. How's it going, everybody?
Yeah.
It's your host. All right. How's it going, everybody? It's your host, Brian, again with another episode of the High Notes Podcast. Melly, McNasty. Last week's episode, we had some technical difficulties. That's why we're technically not behind schedule, but we're on time, but just not posted. That makes sense?
It does not make sense. We're going to make it make sense.
We will make it make sense. So we will still upload that last episode. We had some audio quality issues. So we're just going to upload that entire thing to the Clips channel. Call it a day. It is what it is. We had some hilarious moments. Can we recall what were your entire feelings of how we did on that last episode? I thought that was our best episode so far.
Yeah, it was definitely our best episode. You know, I think we all got our topics through. Mm-hmm. And we all got to the details. Yeah.
You gotta watch the video for that one.
Some funny moments.
Yes, sir.
You know,
all right.
Like I could definitely say that was definitely our best episode.
That was our best episode.
You know, definitely didn't see it. But Brian McNasty, for our audience, there's definitely a few new faces here.
If you're watching the video portion of this audio, then yes. There is also some guests that are joining us. Gentlemen, do you want to introduce yourselves? Let's start in that corner.
Okay, though.
Yes, sir.
Is your boy Be Nice right here?
The Don.
It's Bill.
Bill here. We got SDDN in the house. Now, one of these gentlemen was actually on our first ever podcast episode. Do you want to reveal yourself?
We here with it.
But there was... Time out. But don't reveal who you were in that episode, because there was two guests on that first episode. We had two guests.
Right.
He was one of them. You gotta go watch the last first episode of the podcast if you want to know who it was. Don't tell him. McNasty, you were there for that episode. How you felt about that first episode?
It was definitely like the stepping stone.
Yes.
When you have a project you want to do, you just got to do it, and then you improve from there. And it's great that technically we're in season 3.
Technically we are.
And then we got a person from the first episode coming back. It's like a full circle moment, because that's technically what's our skit. He's not really... I'm going to just expose it.
Time out. But I'm going to put a cut here. So what's going to happen is, if you're listening back to the audio right now, you have to watch the TikTok channel if you want to know who his identity was without watching the full podcast. But it's time for a quick ad break, gentlemen. McNasty, Melly, do you guys know where you can tell the audience where they can find the latest episodes?
Yeah, just click on our link tree and they take you to all the platforms where we release weekly episodes. Platforms like YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Castbox, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Breaker.
And if you're enjoying this episode, like, comment with your thoughts, follow with post notifications, and if you're listening on Spotify, vote on the weekly polls below.
And don't forget, we also have the Discord inside of the link tree. So if you guys want to join the conversation a little bit deeper, we got the Discord in there as well. But let's get back to the episode. All right, but right off the bat, first topic we're going to talk about, it's taken over by storm, the entire interwebs. Wherever you go online, you cannot miss this man's face. The killer of the CEO was revealed, gentlemen. We talked about this in the unreleased episode, where we didn't have a face to put to the crime yet.
Okay.
Gentlemen, now that we have our prime suspect, let's start with a question. Do you guys think he did it? Let's start over there.
Yeah,
You think he did it?
Didn't he have like notes in his journal and saying
He did?
bro.
He did?
What's that called?
A manifesto.
Manifesto. He had a manifesto. His manifesto was discovered when he got arrested.
Yeah, he definitely did it. And they also got the fingerprints match.
Yeah,
He did that shit, yeah. But the funny part, I don't know if you guys saw that video, when they arrested him and they were bringing him to the precinct, a bunch of dumbasses were all hilarious comedians. The paparazzi were there. And at the end, This one guy just said, "Hey Luigi, it's me, Mario," and I couldn't stop dying. So that right there, free him, man. Free Luigi, man.
Melly. He did it.
Yeah, I think the internet always wants to speculate something,
Okay.
but yeah.
All right.
No, yeah, I think he did it.
I'm gonna skip myself for now. McNasty, what do you think?
Yeah, he did it, bro. That's him. They caught him on video. And then I think what you're referring to is the nigga had a unibrow and the other nigga didn't have a unibrow. But bro,
I haven't said anything yet. I haven't even said
I
anything.
know what you're thinking though.
I haven't said a word.
But bro, it's clearly him when he took his thing down, he was smiling at whoever he was smiling at.
Okay.
Like you can tell that's him right off rip.
Okay.
And then his fingerprints didn't match, like the dog said.
All right. Be nice. Let us know. What do you think?
My man is innocent, bro. Let that man live.
All right.
Nah, by the sounds of it, he does seem guilty. Like, if you got caught up, you gotta be smart about it. That's it.
All right. Kato.
To be honest with you, bro, I don't know. I think the FBI knows what they're doing. He might be guilty, but again, till proven guilty, he's not. You know what I mean? So,
Kato thinking like me. Kato can think like me. I ain't gonna
to
lie.
me, I don't know. Like, he might be guilty. The FBI knows, but to be honest, bro,
So, gentlemen,
guilty.
do you know how he was caught? Do you guys did you guys see the news of how exactly he was?
I think it was like
He was at McDonald's trying to get a Big Mac.
He was at McDonald's at PA, and then the lady
He tried to get the McNuggets.
she tried to get the reward, but she called the police.
She called
department.
them.
What question is
Instead of
that? Did he get to eat that shit? Because honestly, bro, that might be his last
Supposedly,
meal.
yeah.
So,
That might be his last meal. Real shit, though.
all right. So here's what happened. Here's the estimated whereabouts of what happened after he left this vicinity. First of all, they caught him on cameras because the entire New York City is kept covered in cameras. You're not gonna miss him.
Not
So-
even New York City. Come on.
But he was
It's
smart with
2020.
it. He
No,
was
no.
smart with it.
This
This
is
is like
2024. You're getting caught for anything now.
here's
Cameras
Too
everywhere.
many cameras.
but here's where the story.
But wait, didn't he go into Central Park and they lost him at that moment?
Like he was. Yeah, he
Like
was.
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Bro,
Exactly.
whole
So
thing
he
was
had that
playing,
shit
you
all
know?
planned
This-
out.
Yeah.
Like, but this is the problem why this story is right now not lining up for me, right? This guy was a professional. He had what's called a ghost gun. Have you guys heard of these things?
Yeah.
So
Not familiar.
if you buy a
Made it.
3D printer right
Yeah,
now,
he made it, yeah.
you can download the files to download to what's it called? The 3D print, like just the part of the bottom
blueprint,
part of a handgun, and then you just gotta get like a regular slide off the line and attachments and everything. This dude thought this shit out. This wasn't like a 1-day plan.
No.
Also,
he
that's
thought
why
this
his
shit out.
Jam, because that shit was.
It was a 3D printed gun.
Okay.
The ballistics on that is never gonna line up after you shoot it. Those things are made out of plastic. They're not designed to actually shoot bullets. He shot about 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Do you think that the ballistics are gonna line up between the gun that they found off of this dude and the one that was used in New York? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right off the bat, I'm like, they're gonna have a real hard case to fight right now. A real hard case to fight.
But
Okay.
there was one in the video when he gets caught. He says the same shit at Defy, whatever. So that right there, nobody. Usually when criminals get caught, they don't say nothing. They walked in, the cops got them, everybody's taking a picture. He made a poignant effort to say Defy, because he was obviously, it was a loved one that did the healthcare did him wrong. So he already having that one.
So we have a little bit more information on that. I'll follow up with him. I'll follow up with that.
So that's that. And he said he actually played the character and said the same thing. I forgot what it was, but it was like Defy.
play.
He said the
The
same thing.
defy, depose, defend.
Yeah.
That's
so he
apparently
said that.
what was written on the shell casing of the bullets
Yeah.
that hit the ground that was recovered at the
Yeah.
crime scene. It had writings from a book, and the FBI traced it back to like a book about the insurance company and this and that.
Yeah.
So right now they think that this was a premeditated murder where the guy was trying to get vengeance for a family member or himself probably because one of his claims got denied. That's right now what the FBI's working theory is.
Yeah.
So now the problem is, so he made it all the way to Central Park. In Central Park, he already had it planned. He switched out, he had a book bag with him. He switched out his clothes. And then from Central Park, he made it to a bus station and took a bus out of the city,
right? This is how he made it out of New York. Now, in the bag that they found, it was full of Monopoly money. Gentlemen,
Whoa, nah.
this dude was thinking like, he's the Joker. This is 2024 Joker. This is 2024 Joker. Like, this dude was really thinking this shit through. The police lose the entire trail because they don't know on which bus he left. They just caught him at the bus station. They don't know what train he went or bus he took because he had a fake ID, right? This guy was smart enough to have a fake ID. They traced back all of the footage, found out that he was staying inside the city, inside of like a hostel, right? If you don't know what a hostel is, it's like a free living space for people that are like travelers.
So cheap.
Yeah. So he was living inside the city under this fake name during the time that he was staying in New York. So right off the bat, gave a fake name. They didn't ID him further than that. He already got away on that end. You really don't know who this guy is, right? Every picture that they had up until that point was him with the mask on. The only picture that they first had where he took it off was when he got to the bus station. It was at the bus station when you finally got a little bit of the bottom portion of his face, right? What happened next, to me, doesn't make any sense. The shit's not adding up to me. I'm in my head like, all right, this guy's kind of smart. He's long gone, right?
There's a big one.
Like, the fuck? But listen. So, a lady in Altoona, Pennsylvania, the Altoona, I searched it up, is somewhere near like Pittsburgh. It's near State College. So somewhere around that area.
3 hours higher?
It's a deep drive. It's a drive from here.
7?
Yeah, that's such a drive from here. But they caught him in Altoona, Pennsylvania. So he drove from New York City to Altoona is at least like a 10-hour drive. At least. But it had been already a day plus.
Real quick though.
And he's like familiar last week.
Remember last week when you said he could have drove to Cleveland, Ohio from New York. And Brian was the first one to say no. It's impossible. He's in New York. If y'all play that clip back,
But time out.
it was impossible for him to leave New
We
York.
recorded
Hey,
that
look,
on what day? On what day did we record that?
it don't matter. That's
Yes,
No matter the day.
You
could drive way
You said it
further.
was impossible.
That's
for him
what-
to leave
but
New
you-
But he
York.
wasn't in
Impossible.
Cleveland. They didn't find him in Cleveland.
No, but
Pennsylvania,
if he wanted to go to Cleveland, could he have drove to?
Between the time that he did it and the time that they caught him, yes, absolutely. He could have drove the...
So you're wrong.
I was wrong. All right. Y'all wanted to hear that. I was wrong. All right.
Wait. But low key, would you rather drive or just take a flight to like Haiti or something?
But flight
You
drive
are on
and
national
security.
news.
It's more dangerous.
Yeah.
It's more
So they
dangerous.
already had like his face and all this shit. He
By
was
the time
already
he got to that
walking.
bus station, they had his face because he took down his mask. They at least had the bottom portion of his face.
Yeah.
They didn't have like the eyes up. They didn't have that.
So they knew his name and everything.
No,
No,
they didn't.
they didn't, no.
Not up until this point.
Like he could have tried it, but he probably would have got caught.
I feel like more security.
He had a better chance of
It goes through,
Shade.
it goes through all the cops before it hits the
Until they caught him,
public,
they
bro.
knew his name. But
Like
prior to
before
that,
the
there was
public
no name.
knows that it was him, they already knew who they were looking for. There's
They
no
had like
way-
a general idea.
There's no way.
Oh
like,
well,
put 'em.
wait about the name. They did know the name, but they didn't want to release it to us, the public, because that would give him an advantage.
No, right.
Yeah, that was true. After a few hours after the
But they would've
shooting,
caught him.
Now, why would
If
they-
he would've went, man.
He had a
Like,
fake
if you
ID.
did it, and I tell you, oh, your name is Luigi.
Time
I'm
out,
like,
time
no,
out.
my name's not Luigi.
Time out, but you have to remember, he had a fake ID. The feds probably, when they got to the hostel, they figured out the fake name though. So it wasn't his name. They had his face, but they didn't have his actual
So
name.
like maybe if he went straight to the airport, like after that, probably.
If he would have like probably went to like Canada illegally, that probably would have been it.
Yeah.
Him on.
Nah,
He might have got away to Canada.
He might have.
Canada, honestly.
Right upstate, yeah, he might.
Got it.
That would have been his best bet. If he would have got Canada, he probably would have got away with it.
But then
Not
this
gonna lie,
probably
man,
would have
like
been
the
looking.
feds, like the feds is just gonna be on him, like the feds.
Yeah, no, that's a
They
fact.
want to cooperate.
That was national news. That was national news. So he was everywhere. That's a fact. But what happened then was that apparently the guy that they picked up, and this is why I don't believe that this is the guy. The guy that they picked up, they found him in Altoona, PA, in a McDonald's. The lady behind the register, or somebody that was working there, spotted him, identified him, and apparently because she knew that there was reward money, and I think it was like 10,000 for one and then 100,000 for another, right? So 110. If she would have hit the lottery.
If I'm gonna give her $1, if I'm gonna give her $1, bro.
Low key, she was like, "Do I I really need this money right now? That's what she thinks. Like,
Man,
let's-
she did
you-
not
you-
think
She
about
working
that.
at
She did not
McDonald's.
think
She
about
needs this
that.
money.
She
bro.
needed that money. She was working at Mickey D's.
She seen him and was like, "Yeah, I'm calling the 100,000." Like she did not think about that. Like she's not thinking about 100,000.
She did that. Yeah, she was like,
I don't
what
care
do
who
you
you
want?
are, bro. She probably wasn't even sure. She probably was like,
Fact.
looks like him. 100K.
Close enough.
Oh, later.
This is what I would have done if I was in a situation. Google it. Reward money for CEO killer. First thing that pops up, yeah, I got him right here. I'm gonna give him a free Big Mac. When you walk in here, he eating the Big Mac. Got his ass. And I want my name. I want that check to be named with my full name. All right?
Wait, I think they need really be giving the money though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they really do. They really do.
Yeah, definitely. It was probably some old lady. It was some old lady.
So the family was giving the CEO's family was giving away a reward, and then the FBI also gives away their
There's
reward
some-
for the tip line.
No, I'm saying though, like the old lady. Like, was it an old lady who called?
I don't know how old she was. They did dox her. We're not gonna put her name or anything like that.
Right.
But yeah, she was a worker at the store. But they already got all of her information. If you really wanted to, you can go out and search that.
Bro, I was on TikTok and they were just spamming her name.
Yeah,
with
that's-
that
The
shit.
entire time, bro. They already figured out who
It's
it
not
was.
hard
All
to
of that.
find.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that they're like making this nigga look like the victim, with the nigga like he's a murderer.
Who, Luigi?
He is a murderer. We all agree that it is bad.
But the public wants sentiment with the guy Luigi because the healthcare issue. Everybody has trouble with healthcare. I mean,
Right.
God forbid something happens with your loved one, there's always gonna be that. So they're like, "Fuck the healthcare, kill that guy." So,
And that's the sentiment that most
But
Americans
that's
and most.
a message that's being sent out to like every other CEO out there too.
That's the problem, though.
that's why the guy in Enron just got pied, man.
Yeah, certain like I know like certain like businesses like they took down like the CEOs from like the websites.
They did take down the CEOs off of their like LinkedIn and stuff like
They'll
that.
probably
and
have a
off their
law
official
change
website.
because it has to be public information.
That has to be public.
Yeah,
you gotta
so-
make a law because
Yeah.
I need to know who's
Who's
controlling
the
my
CEO
money.
for
Like,
investment?
Anything, honestly, you're a CEO for like a company.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, unless you're Elon,
Yeah, but
Bezos, top notch, they'll be like, all right, you good.
like
you know, but you only know like the richest of the rich. You don't
Yeah.
know like the people that are making $100 million.
Yeah.
You don't know about
Yeah,
them.
and the healthcare,
Say,
nobody, yeah.
but like say like the CEO people like aren't they always like in constant threat?
And what in what sense?
Like aren't they always like someone's out there? Exactly.
Like they have
Obviously, they
security.
have money,
Like
bro.
they're at least smart enough to know that somebody's gonna try it. Somebody will try it.
But the fact that he didn't have security at that time,
But my thing is, how did Luigi find out
that he was
that
there,
he was
That-
gonna be
he
there?
must have
This
been
is-
looking at him, obviously.
This is what's
He
not.
just waited and waited for the perfect. It had to be
But
calculated.
this is listen. This is what's not making sense to me, right? So the lady ratted on him. They called the police. The police
give her her money,
captured him.
man.
No, but we'll talk about the money in a little bit. But the police captured him, and conveniently, right, this guy just committed a murder. Drove 10+ hours, or however many hours, to get out of New York City, back to PA. They found a manifesto. They found the gun, allegedly, and they found the fake ID that he used at the hostel. All three of these things were magically found on this guy that was smart enough to bring a change of clothes and change in Central Park instead of just fucking walking out the city.
Know what I think? That nigga ain't watch Power enough. You got burn on that shit.
You gotta watch some Assassin show. You gotta watch. I don't know if you guys watch Lupin. I just watched a new show, The Day of the Jackal, on I forgot what platform. That's a good one. It's about assassin, and he does everything, man. Everything that you guys are saying. He put a gun out of a suitcase. He built it out of a suitcase. This is what Luigi needed to learn. He needed to
Now-
watch more TV.
No. Like Luigi really knew what he was doing, man. Like all of the steps like that he was doing, like compared to like
It was too planned out. There was too much.
I don't
time.
know. No, but time out.
Like
To a
compared
certain
to-
extent, he was.
Go ahead.
to a certain extent, everything was planned out. But he still fucked up along the lines. And
I
that's
think-
what got him caught.
No,
I
but
think
my
he
number
was-
one thing,
like really, where I think he really fucked up was, like, it was just like a couple days, like it was like probably like 3-4 days, like after, that like the news broke out. So he probably just got a little comfortable. He was like, oh yeah, feel me? Let me get some food from this little McDonald's. You know, he just got a little comfortable. I think that's
Alright,
where like
but
he just fucked
You
up.
guys are going too. All right.
Now,
If I'm planning a CEO killer, my first step is not going to NYC and
most
killing him
populated-
in daylight and killing him. So that's why I believe he did that. And yeah, because my first plan is not going to.
So you believe a person who's brazen enough to do that would be caught because they would definitely keep all of that on them.
New York City, they can see you take a shit. Like, what the hell?
Now-
There's no way you
But,
can
but
do anything.
also, New York City, the crime rate over there is fucking insane. So
Yeah, but that's a
Yeah,
subway. They're doing that, but they're not killing. They
Now
might
listen.
slice you. They might slice you with a little butter knife. You
Like,
know, that's nothing.
yeah, but
Slice
like,
your little
New York-
neck. That's it. But this guy had a gun and killed him. It was what, in the afternoon, early afternoon?
No, it was
Early,
morning.
it was
somebody that got stabbed.
It was
that same
dead
month.
morning. It was dead morning.
That
Like
same
6
month,
a.m.?
a homeless guy stabbed. I think it was a lady. That's
Yeah, but that's a homeless guy. You see, Luigi had a little bit of money, you know? That's what I'm saying.
New York, anything happens. I mean, like,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
jungle out there.
But this was obviously premeditated, correct?
Yes, we all agree on that. We all agree
So
on that.
if I'm saying, all right, I'm gonna kill the CEO, why the hell would I go to New York City? That would be the last. Maybe that's the only way he caught him. Or he knew he was doing a conference, a town hall meeting, whatever the case may be.
You guys know where
I
he's
feel
from?
like he just had to do that shit. He from Maryland. He's from
So,
the Maryland
He's
area.
from like Maryland, but he stayed in Hawaii.
So he's from Maryland.
Rich, he already have.
I looked into this guy's background, and I'm gonna ask after I tell you guys his background. Do you really think this guy did it? He comes from a rich family.
Yeah, I
apparently.
saw that.
His, like
What was his
one of his
grandma?
family
His
members.
grandma had like 30 million for like inheritance money.
One of his family members is also a state politician or something like that. Like this is a well-known family. He's not your average, typical, everyday shooter.
Yeah, wasn't his family like one of like the top richest families from Maryland?
I don't know about that. I didn't search that. I'll drop a link if that is the case. But this guy, on top of that, went to Penn State, got I think he got all the way to a master's degree.
Yeah, master.
This wasn't like some dumbass. He got all the way to a master's
Wait,
degree.
question. Masters in what?
It was like I forgot what it was. It was like some technical
It was
degree.
like no, it was like, I think it was like political science or some shit like that.
No, it wasn't political science. No.
Yeah, it was like some computer.
It was like he was like because he went on to then become a developer, a web developer for a company in Hawaii.
So like software engineering type shit.
That's probably along the line, something like that. So he was like a junior engineer and then got promoted 3 times. 3 times within the company. So this guy was clearly thinking, low key. This wasn't like your everyday like idiot, right? They caught him again. Think about this. They caught him with the manifesto. They caught him with the ID and the gun. That was 3D printed.
Yeah.
That shit to me doesn't add up. This conspiracy corner, but to me that shit don't add up.
Look, like I think you think like it doesn't add up because he didn't have a.
I'm gonna give you the last nail in the coffin after this. I'm gonna give you the last nail.
He didn't have a motive or he didn't have a reason, but I did see something that he was suffering from a back injury.
So I heard
Correct.
that too. So
We all saw this.
apparently he was tight because he had a back injury and they kept like denying his shit, and all he wanted to do was fuck hoes, and he couldn't even fuck. So he got tight.
Yeah,
I
we
heard
actually
that
said
shit.
that.
So imagine,
Yeah,
that nigga rich and he got a good ass job. He probably got
Yeah.
the hose on his dick,
Like
and he
his
can't
roommate
even
said
fuck.
that.
Bro, all
He
you gotta
had
do is
sex.
just lay on the bed.
I'm gonna read you guys the headline.
I'm not gonna lie, like if you well, that's probably like one of the worst pains in ever, man. Like lower back.
Yeah.
That shit sucks. But I'm gonna read you guys.
Put a pillow under, maybe you gotta do all the work. I got all the bread for you.
Gentlemen, I'm about to spin this story on its fucking head. This was the story that was printed today on the head of the Washington Post. The United Healthcare CEO murder suspect was not an insured member of that company.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, do we think he did it?
Yes.
Why?
was
That's the
his
wrong CEO.
Right, but it wasn't him. It was his family.
Family member.
It wasn't.
No,
him.
it was for himself.
No, I heard it was
No,
his
the story
family.
is
His mom.
the story is that it was for himself.
No,
The
it
one that you
was-
guys were referring to, where he had the spinal cord and had the metal in his back.
I understand that, but he
It was
went
from a
out-
surfing injury, the way that it's right now being presented in the news. He had a surfing injury to his spinal cord. This is the guy that they caught, but he's not insured by the company whose CEO was killed.
So, but I also heard first that it was his mom who had like nerve
Yeah.
issues.
I never heard it was
No.
about him. I I didn't do too much research, but I never heard.
Yeah.
The first time I read it was a family member
Yeah.
that got denied, and he had a grudge. And after that, that's perfect suspect. That's it. Case closed. I don't see.
So I
That's-
feel like this is a different perspective that social media might be given, but right now the official story that the FBI and the
Whoa! That's not official.
This
That's
is the official-
Washington.
this is the
That's
official
from
story.
Washington Post. That is
This is
not
an official news source.
No, all right. So is Daily News, New York thing, and they could post anything. That does not mean it's official. But that is
You
not
can be-
official.
Don't
On
trust any
news-
news.
Time out. You can trust the news up to a certain point. They will give you their opinion on something. Like they'll say like XYZ is bad. That's their opinion. You can legally do that. But you cannot post a flat out lie that opens up you legally. That will open you up to getting sued.
Okay.
Immediately.
Well,
Okay,
they don't have to be lying.
they don't have to be lying. Yeah.
Hey, how do you know?
But they
But the news is not officially stating that. That's not what the news stations are putting out right now.
all right. All you said.
No, the news, they're not talking about his mom getting his spinal cord
No.
worked on. They're talking, the official story that the news and the FBI are putting out is that he had an injury. The photo that you're seeing that is that he had an injury, that he was injured surfing while in Hawaii or something like that. That's the official story right now.
Shouldn't that should be facts though? Like if it's the news though, like this
Unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. The problem is that you can state a fact without actually like telling you the truth. So it's like I can say that all eggs come from chickens.
That's a fact.
Most eggs that you eat, but not all eggs come from chicken. You can get eggs from a lizard.
You could get sneaky.
That's the problem with the news. So when you listen to the news, you gotta like really think about it. Like, this nigga might be lying. Let me actually think about what he's saying.
So how you know they not lying about that?
That's what I told you.
There's
bro.
no other official story this is the FBI. This is what they're going with
You
right
just
now.
said it was Washington.
Story from that his mom was the one.
But who put out that story? Was it the official source like the FBI? And I guess this is what the feds are telling you?
But bro, if the feds caught a nigga, right?
Okay.
Of course they're gonna tell you that so they can prosecute that nigga and it's a win for them.
What do you mean?
What do you
It can't
mean?
just be a
I
win
mean,
for them, bro.
That's not how the law is
That's to
supposed to work.
prosecute them.
But bro,
would have
if
to-
they
it would
really
have to be
can't find this
proved, bro.
nigga, they just got a scapegoat.
That would be the worst thing that they could. If they do that,
How would you
they're
know?
gonna look crazy.
How would you know?
But they would look crazy if it comes out later on that he goes, I was capping.
Worse than just lie. Like the
Right.
FBI has done a lot worse than.
Yeah, literally.
Like, if
But
you
the
think
problem,
about it.
the problem
Like,
is,
Like, don't
Play
put
fair,
it past
bro.
them. Don't really put
I wouldn't put it
past
past that they wouldn't do something that stupid. But it's been a long time since they did something that stupid
that you know.
that I know of, at least
That you
publicly.
know of.
That I know of publicly. Like the last thing that I can remember, like the FBI really like being like, "Yo, y'all gotta really chill," was like when they tried to what's it called? They were wiretapping MLK and shit like that, and they found out that he was like having like affairs and shit like that. That's the craziest thing that the FBI was like, "Yo."
Or the Honorable Elijah Muhammad when they killed him.
They did that to him too.
Yeah, they caught him and everything.
Damn. So
He was real for MLK.
nah, not me. The fuck? Maybe
He was
McNasty.
around for MLK, you know?
Yeah, he
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
When do you think MLK died?
like 1995.
Nah, bro.
90?
Yeah, bro. This is the 50s, right? 40s.
In the 40s.
No, it's deep. It's deep. It's deep. It's like in the
Check when
70s.
he died.
I ain't
No,
gonna
50s, 50s. I'm going 50. 54 to
I
be
ain't gonna lie, I
exact.
thought that shit was in the
Hell
2000s.
That's crazy.
1968. That wasn't even close.
I was close.
Oh no, you were close. You were close.
I
You were
said
close.
54 to be
Yeah.
exact.
68.
But you said 90, bro.
Yeah.
You said 90.
Go
bro.
keep-
30 years apart,
When I was
McNasty.
when I was in elementary school, they were spamming that nigga. Every
That's what I'm saying. That's why I thought it was like in
I
the
thought that shit
2000s.
happened 10 years ago.
Like, they'll show the video of him and
Bro,
shit.
when I tell
Nah,
you they
I
were
didn't.
spamming the nigga, I was
So
like,
I'm
I was
gonna
young.
be. Here's a problem with our education system. The way that they teach history, they teach it linearly. That's not how our history is actually happening.
Well,
it
to
happens
be
in
fair-
parallel. Did you know that the Egyptians and the Romans existed at the exact same time?
No, but they don't teach us that. That's my
They don't
thing.
teach you that.
They don't teach us that. They never mention MLK like
Roman,
that.
but what Romans? Like my cheeks?
Besides,
Like,
I
Julius
have a
Caesar
dream.
existed
Just
at the same
recite
time.
the dream, memorize the speech, and then learn it. That's
every
it.
year,
Yeah.
every year we used to watch this video of a white kid and a black kid, and they go back in time
Nah,
and
remember
they
that
chill
movie?
with
Nah,
Martin
that's
Luther King.
from movie.
Yo, what is the name of that movie? I remember that
It
shit.
was
I
like a
remember that shit.
cartoon, bro. Every year we used to watch that shit.
Nah, that is a fact. That is a fact. I remember that. Yo, that was a classic.
Or
What is the name of that movie? Somebody in the chat put the name of that movie.
So if they
Sweet
got
Lies?
somebody with you don't think they will lie to you about Luigi?
No,
They could definitely.
they already have a bad image right now. Nobody trusts federal agencies.
Like, nobody ever trusts.
But that's the problem.
Nobody
They
ever
already
or
fucked-
will ever trust the government.
They already fucked up their image. They understand that at this point. They know
They
that
trying to make it better.
nah, they're not trying to make it better, but they're not gonna make it worse.
Why do you think they're not gonna lie to you?
They're not gonna try to make it worse. That was not gonna help
I
you.
feel like that's what it
Exactly.
is.
It's
Like
whatever
the
they
same
say
shit with the
goes.
New Jersey thing. Like, nigga, they saying,
Oh, the Jones.
oh, we don't know who it is.
Jones.
We don't know who it is. Nigga, it's probably y'all niggas. That's really what it is. Like, I'm gonna tell you, no, it's either y'all niggas or aliens, bro. Simple. That's really it. Like,
about the
it really
Jones
is.
in New Jersey.
Let's switch topics. He brought up a good point. Right now in Jersey, right next to the state where this incident happened, there are a fleet of mysterious drones that are flying over the night skies. Right now, the officials of New Jersey, like the state officials, are giving wild ideas as to what it can be, ranging all the way to an Iranian mothership off in the ocean, off the East Coast, releasing these drones over the state. Some of these drones are almost like, what's it called? Human size. Like some of them are almost 6 feet in length. Like these are not like little ass baby drones. We're talking like they're really taking off from somewhere and just hovering over the state and all over different areas they've been spotted. The Pentagon, since that's the state official, what they're stating, the Pentagon had to put out a statement and specifically state that this was not some foreign country or foreign adversary. They don't know what it is, but it's not a foreign adversary. Gentlemen, what do you guys think is happening in New Jersey?
so they came out to say it's not a conflict.
It's not a conflict yet.
So we don't have to worry about it.
No, nigga.
They're not. They haven't stated that. They haven't stated that. They're not going either way. They're getting quiet. They're quiet with this.
Man, I think it's the government, man. That's
Hey, I don't know why they over here talking about something they don't know what they're.
Like,
They need to come out and be like, yo,
it's not a conflict. But they're not talking about it.
Nah, but
they try to do some research and they try to keep it
that might be it, bro.
Yeah, they're not trying to alert the citizens.
So this is what I
Maybe the
think.
citizens.
And it's
probably
probably,
like other
it's probably,
countries and shit
it's
like
probably
that.
like a whole like propaganda now, like news and stuff. They probably don't want to be like, oh, it's our drones. So like China don't be like, oh, these niggas is working on new drones, like you know what I'm saying, or not.
This is
China,
the
but
real
like any
reason.
other
This
country.
is the real reason. I went to the Giants game Sunday. I saw a plane said Mara fixes dump fire, right? This dumpster fire. The Giants suck. We all know that. And then a couple of days later, drones. Coincident? I think not. Once the Giants are good, the drones will be better. They just want the Giants to be great again. All right. That's
All
it,
right.
man.
But right now, these drones are flying near and above military bases. But again, the government doesn't know what they are, right? My conspiracy right now is that, yes, this is a U.S.-based program. They don't want people to know what it is exactly, because you have to remember, legally speaking, they can just say something is classified or top secret, and they don't have to tell you for, I think the rule is 70 years. Legally speaking, they don't have to tell you for 70 years. That's why it takes so long for us to get, like, the Freedom of Information Act. It takes so long for us to actually get information. If they say that it has a high security level,
Wait, I have a question. Is that why like all of that database came out? Like,
which one?
Oh, the quantum.
you took like a couple of years ago, like
JFK, that's what you're talking about?
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's like a whole bunch of
Information.
Exactly. So, because of the way that our laws work, the government can keep things secret from the public if they say that it's in the best interest of public safety. So, like, if they're looking for somebody, let's say a murder or something, and they have like a case already filed against them, they can legally go, we can't tell you because this is an ongoing case. This is top secret, only classified. Once we have more information, then we can release it. Or if not, they have to wait until like that 70, 75-year rule.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's one or the other. So that's what happened with with this specific case, is that I'm assuming that they literally just cannot tell us because this is an ongoing project where they are investing in some type of drone technology. Now, something that has happened recently in the world is that drone warfare has become a thing in places like Ukraine and Russia and shit like that. You can find this video online where people are flying these drones over injured soldiers on the battlefield and dropping grenades and shit on them.
And the China, did you see the China birds that they have drones
Like with drones.
disguised as birds?
As pigeons, yeah, and birds and shit. Yup.
Yeah.
Like that's
They
that's
actually, they get in the lake or something. Like the video I saw, the dude was in the lake in a full scuba suit.
Yeah.
And he just threw it.
He tossed it like a paper
flapping.
plane and it
That
started
shit
flying.
flapping
That
around.
looks real.
Yeah, it
Like,
does.
wouldn't
if
tell,
if
like-
you're far, you couldn't tell.
you're not gonna be able to tell that's a drone. You're not gonna be able to tell.
Yeah.
And think about it. If you there and you're looking at it, it's like, oh, that's a cool fucking toy plane.
At the pigeon head.
You're not gonna think of it.
But that's insane. That's
So,
really.
And they also announced, I don't know if you guys know, it's kind of related, but I think it was Google or something that had this quantum computer that
So
finally
that's-
proved that there's other universe in this
So like we're in the multi.
this is one of the other universe that and the computer could prove it.
So here's
Computer computer.
Yeah, Microsoft released it.
so here's
AI shit.
Here's the thing. So what Google released was a quantum computer that was on a chip that was like the most advanced that we've had up until this point. Essentially, what a quantum computer is compared to a regular classical computer. That's what our current computers are being referred to as. They're classical computers. Is that they can complete very complicated math problems like way more efficiently than our current computers. So we're talking the chip that they use. They ran a algorithm that only our current computer would take 70 decillion, I think. It was like some made up number. Decillion years or some bullshit like that. So they were like, this thing could complete it in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's how advanced this technology is. But the problem with that technology is that you're only going to see that up in like high-end companies and shit like that. Those are the only people that are going to be using this, like universities and whatnot, to study math problems. Because to do regular math problems, they're extremely slow compared to our current technology. Our current computers are at least a little bit better at processing what we currently do. But like for the future, that's going to be eventually what you're going to have in like your phones and shit.
So since we're talking about like super advanced computers and shit, did you see the video? It was a while ago. It was like in a Chinese building. It's like a vacuum that gathered up all the other robots.
I seen that. It was in China. That happened in China, I believe. So the video was they were like in some type of conference or something like that, and there was an AI bot overnight caught on the security cameras. It was like roaming inside of the building, and then there was a line of different like robots, and like they were all artificially like programmed and whatnot. So like they could do like their own thing if you just give them commands. The bot, you see it like stop in front of them, and it just starts talking to them. And then from 1 second to the next, it turns around and like a line of little fucking army soldiers, they just all start marching behind that shit. In China, bro.
Yeah.
It was like, one is like the ones that bring you the food. You ever go to a fast food?
Yeah.
restaurant?
It was like
like a main vacuum. Or
yeah, it was like
Like a
to
bunch of
clean and shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, and they were like
So like,
different
one
utilities.
device told all the other.
There was like
What to do?
There was like a leader, and then
Uh-huh.
follow him. He's hungry.
I was trying to say like other. What I don't understand is like other countries are so like much advanced than the like America.
They're not more advanced than us.
Like in certain aspects though. Like say Europe, like the transportation in Europe is so different.
The
than us.
problem here is that all of our most advanced things are in the military. So the military has technologies. If you think that the countries like China, Russia, and all of that are the most advanced, they're child's play. I'll give you an example. Did you guys know that during the Cold War, when they built the first atomic bombs, right?
But what we need the army so much for like okay.
We really don't. We don't.
That's what I'm saying.
The
So you gonna
problem is,
protect us?
no, but the problem is that at the scale that we spend money, we spend more on our military than the next 7 countries combined. Russia, China, India, all of them combined. We don't need to spend that much money. That's a waste of money.
Taxes.
That's a waste of money,
That's the
bro.
reason that
Hey, all I'm
We
saying.
don't. We
No.
we got 7
No,
ops
we
like
don't
that.
need them. It's
Hey, this is what I'm saying. When you're the biggest, you gotta be prepared, man. So I'd rather be prepared
But we
than
have allies.
No.
Yeah, but when it comes to the end of the day, it's us.
We got
We
allies.
defend
I
ourselves.
think, isn't it us and China the biggest ones,
Yeah,
right?
China.
The two
China,
biggest
yeah.
militaries.
But the allies rely on us. Why you think we in so many other people's
think-
businesses? They be like, yo,
Yeah, because we're,
And then
we're
we
the
be like, yo,
biggest
we
goal.
How
can't-
many times have you heard of anybody in Europe, aside from fucking anybody who's not in NATO, getting invaded? Name one time.
Italy.
Name it. Name it. I want you to name
Italy.
it.
'Cause
It
they-
doesn't happen.
Italy.
Because they know not to do it.
But that's the
They
problem.
know.
Their
Bro,
militaries are strong enough. that-
technically, it's everybody in NATO versus everybody not in NATO. So
Exactly.
why would they attack each other? That doesn't make sense.
But no. I'm saying like any. So for instance, we got Russia attacking both the country of Georgia and the country of Ukraine, and they took Crimea back in like
And why you
2010 or
think
whatever.
Ukraine's trying to get in NATO so that we could back them up?
Aren't they
But
all-
that's
They
what
are
I
NATO,
mean.
though.
But that's what I.
They're
No,
not.
they're not.
They're
That's
not.
part of the reason why they went to war.
At all.
Putin didn't want Ukraine to become a part of NATO. That's why it's
So
not.
why are we allied with Ukraine? That's the thing. Like, why are we even over?
Because they want to get into it, and it's an opportunity for us to make money. We
You have to
they're
remember-
gonna pay us back
Okay.
in
So,
interest
Off the war.
off of war.
So Russia
So
is
let's just
not
get
our
fucking
friend.
back. Honestly, that's really what it would be.
Well, we're basically the credit card company. Like, y'all want to win this?
Okay.
Here, take this shit. We want our bread back, but with interest. Y'all could pay us back in how long? 100, 200 years?
Yeah, probably more.
It don't matter. As long as they get their bread back or something pop
So-
off, be like, yo, you got to help us.
Here's how
That's
crazy.
not bad, honestly. I don't think that's bad.
Here's how crazy our credit score in the world is right now. Right?
That's it.
Since we've existed, we have not missed one single debt payment. Not one. Through the Great Depression, all of that, we haven't missed a single debt payment on any of our loans or interest. That's how good our credit is. Anybody in the world's gonna be like, we gotta really do business with them low key. Like low key, we know that's guaranteed bread. That's guaranteed bread with them. So you're telling me that a country like that really needs to spend that much money?
Yeah, no. It's
Why?
like a free. It costs to be the boss.
Yeah.
You can't be number one and not spend. You can't
If we
not
go
spend money
ahead,
on your army.
Do you
and
know
fight
what
for the
happened
biggest
this?
army.
Do you guys know what happened this year for the 7th time in a row? The Pentagon failed its financial audit, meaning that they can't tell you where that money's going. They don't know where it's going. Do you know how much they spend on each individual like army cadet? It's at least 50 million plus. Why? Why the fuck? You're just giving the nigga a gun.
I just told you.
Hold this shit. Shoot it. Boom.
But I just told
I'm not
you.
spending $50+ million on a motherfucker. You're crazy.
It costs to be the boss.
Bro,
bro.
I
Tight-
like
tight-
you just paying your taxes. That's it.
That's my money, bro. That's my money.
I'm happy my taxes being well spent, bro. I'm being protected right now as it is. I'm not even going fucking.
Who's gonna attack us? Canada or
But
Mexico?
they know not. They know not to
They
attack
know
us
not
because
to.
we're number one.
they know not to
If we
try.
weren't number one, they'd be here already.
I doubt that. I doubt
Like, look at
that.
what World War II, bro. They got to where? Pearl Harbor? That's
What?
it. They didn't get to Cali, or
Here's-
Oregon, or even Nevada, bro. They didn't even get to, bro.
So here's something that the
and they was
U.S.
tougher than us, too. at
Wait,
that
here's
point.
something that the U.S. learned in World War II because we didn't think about it in the moment. So the problem with World War II before it happened is that the U.S. remained neutral, meaning that we didn't pick sides in any war. We were just like, we're not in this shit. We already saw how World War I went. We're just gonna be out of this type shit. But what happened was that they still got attacked by Japan. Japan was like, fuck these niggas. And they fucking went all out.
happened?
Kamikazes and everything.
What happened after that?
But
And what happened?
after that, the U.S. was like, all right, now we're gonna become
And
the
what happened
global
after that?
police and make sure that nobody's doing some Hitler type shit.
Exactly.
And what
But
happened
If
after
we didn't
that?
do that, we still be getting bombed and shit probably.
Facts.
You are right. 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 We would be getting bombed. We would be getting bombed.
And it wasn't like the piano, it was like somebody else.
All right, but gentlemen, so let's get a final verdict. We can all agree that it's probably the U.S. government doing some bullshit with our tax money.
Yeah.
All right, we can all agree on that. We can all agree. on that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, let's move on to the next topic then. I think it's time for a conspiracy.
Okay. What you got, Travis?
He always surprises me on these. I'm not gonna lie.
So this week it's not a real conspiracy, it's more of a hypothetical. I just want to pick your brains now that everybody here. How long could you think you could last if you just teleported to medieval times? Now you know what medieval times is.
Yeah. Elaborate.
Basically,
Which medieval time are we talking?
European, like
Okay,
horses,
Renaissance?
Renaissance time, horses, swords, The
you
king.
like
You gotta defend that nigga.
You meet Shakespeare type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those time periods.
I'm gonna go around the room. I'm gonna go around the room.
Espérate,
I'm gonna
espérate.
see. I'm gonna see. Ronald.
Pero ve acá.
How long you think you can last? Like, if you just
Life expenses like
if you just spawned right in the middle of that
it's
shit,
like 28 years.
28 years, Don, how long you think you can last?
Well, I am experienced. Listen.
Nigga, I'm playing fucking Assassin's Creed.
No, bitch, that's nothing. I was a Boy Scout, man. I can survive. Hey, put me in the woods. I can survive. Back in the day, the life expectancy was like 40. I lived till 50 with 20 kids, 8 wives, and fucking hogs.
If you live to 50, if you live to 50,
They didn't believe in STDs back in the day.
nah, low key, if you live to 50 in those time periods, you were really him. Most people didn't live past 30.
So as like
30 was that's the highest normal people got to. 50 was like a moonshot. You really had to be living life like, yo, I figured this shit out. That's the only way.
So that's me.
So I would have sworn it would have been up to like 60.
Nah, bro. So think about it this way. Just for infant mortality, we're talking you had a 50% chance of being born. After your mom already got pregnant and tried to have you, you only had a 50% chance of being born.
And remember, they used to get pregnant like 13 or 15-year-olds. That's compared now.
Like crazy.
It just gets older and older. That's why the population is dying too.
Yeah, so I probably would have had a kid by like 9 years old.
Probably.
Well, once your balls drop, that's it. You
That
better.
shit would have been normal by then, right? That shit would have been normal.
What? Well, yeah, it's usually, that's why it's 13. Because usually when you hit puberty, it's like 11, 12, 13, and then bang.
Like think about
It's
this.
to work. They didn't waste no time back in the day.
Emperor Nero of I think Greece or Rome, wherever he was emperor at. When he first went to the throne, he was only like 9 or 10 years old.
Yeah.
He was running a whole country at 9 or 10.
Don't worry.
I didn't even know what I wanted to eat, bro.
Don't worry. I watched also to my resume. I watched Game of Thrones.
Okay.
I watched Gladiators. I watched all those, so I could definitely survive.
Okay.
All right. Where we at?
Nasty.
Melly, go ahead.
Yo, bro.
Melly, how long you think you gonna last?
I think
Damn,
I
bro, you
dra-
took that
I think
whole
I
pussy?
dragging it. I'm not gonna lie. Like
How long you lasting?
me, bro. I'm lasting like, bro. Like I mean, it depends. Like if
Give me an age.
Am I
Age you
going?
lasting.
Am I going there with like a full belly?
You're going there with the
This dude is just planning to the next day.
The only thing you in there with is the knowledge that you already have.
Bro,
Like, you
the
literally
knowledge
just
that I
go there.
already have, bro.
Knowledge that I have
I'm
already
lasting like
I'm gonna last longer than 20.
bro. I'm
You
lasting.
can't buy houses, Ronald. You can't buy houses. There's no houses like that.
Yeah, I have to build that.
I think I'm.
And you have to
I think I'm
remember.
gonna last like 2 days, bro. I'm not gonna
How long you think you lasted realistically?
Bro, I'm gonna last. Bro, I don't think y'all like. It's so dirty out there, like
Yeah.
like bro. It's
So I was about
so we're gonna go back there. Okay, so we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna be so dirty. Like where we're gonna go back in time. It's probably we're probably gonna step straight in shit. Feel me? It's probably gonna be straight shit.
showers,
At that point,
I
I'm gonna be
don't-
like, yo, I don't even want to be there.
Low-key?
So boom. And then it depends. Like, am I gonna go back like looking like this? Because if I'm going back looking like this, they gonna already think I'm a witch.
Right.
They'll be like, yeah, we gonna have to hang him.
No.
This is so much like.
But I thought-
Plus the water. Like, how are you gonna drink water? The water is contaminated. You can't get no You can't get no buns.
hoses?
Anybody out there?
You can't get no buns.
Anybody out there got some?
That's probably
It's probably easiest.
It was the easiest to get.
Anybody, bro.
It's probably easier to get
Bro,
There's no
anybody
bitch
out
telling
there-
you to buy a $15 drink and then we'll talk later.
Ain't no $15. They were talking about pennies.
Or buy me surf and turf. No, bitch. I'm him. That's it.
Bro,
Right
y'all
now.
talking like, all right. All right, you get some buns, but you really want. You might as well fuck some prostitute outside.
Yeah.
They go all prostitute.
I'm talking about
Nasty.
if you were born in that time, that's
That's-
what you used to though.
that's
what
the-
you used to that.
Yeah, but everybody stinks.
We're here and we're going back in time though.
It's the adoption.
Oh, but I thought
You gotta
I
adapt.
thought if we was born back then.
It's like
just
us
tell
right
them where
now,
it's
bro.
right now.
Right
Just
now.
teleport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say they just throw you back there.
Nah. Yeah.
It don't last like 2 days.
Like, we got an
bro.
advantage because we know how history plays out, so I'll just start changing
That's
shit.
all I'm saying. But that's
I'll
why I'm
be-
asking you how long you think you're gonna last.
Sorry,
Like,
what
what
probably
like
like
you're not a king.
So you just
gonna
gonna do the butterfly.
You ever see you
effect.
like a peasant? You got no
Bro.
land. You got no horse.
Most people were peasants,
nothing.
low key. They were technically slaves to whatever kingdom they lived near.
Money and what horse you got? You got no
But
land.
you know
got
that
no
you
family,
know
you
the
got nothing.
future.
You
so
know
it's
the
like-
future. Technically,
But you're not gonna make it back to the future.
Yeah.
You can play God.
And they
But you're not making it back.
look,
So
look, look,
mean, you
look,
just start inventing shit that was already
Look,
invented
first-
around that
look,
time.
Make a computer right now. Go. What do you need?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like what the
It don't
fuck?
gotta be a computer, bro.
What are you inventing?
What you know?
What are you
me?
inventing?
What you
A
know?
post-it.
Oh my
They gonna throw you back in the Renaissance and you're not even gonna know the
They're
language
gonna
they talking
put
about.
you in the fucking
That's
arena.
facts. No, he's right. He's
They're gonna
right.
be like,
You're not
bro,
gonna know
what
like
is
the
this they
dialect.
talking about?
The
Yeah, it's
gulag.
That's it.
How about you? How long you lasting?
Hell no.
I'm lasting a good 40 years. 40.
You
How
got
about you?
40 on it?
I ain't gonna lie, probably like less than a week, bro. They probably just going crazy or some shit. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna tell you the only advantages you got right now. The vaccines that we take are gonna make us survive like the weak shit, right?
You'll survive tuberculosis.
Exactly. The normal shit.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
smallpox.
survive fucking rabies.
If
You're
I,
fucked on
if
that
I go
one,
back
buddy.
in time, I'm taking a full duffel bag full of fucking
nigga.
Advil. I'm leaving shit.
It's
nigga.
you're teleported. But low-key, I think I'll last a good 20 years, and I'll tell you why. I know a lot
You
of
gonna
shit
get
that niggas-
hungry, bro. You gonna get a loaf of bread. You gonna be like, yeah, bro, I'm done with this shit.
Hey, there's no Wawa, there's no
I'm
seed.
about to
there's
jump
no
on
team.
building and get killed.
You gotta go
It's a
hard.
loaf of bread, and I know what I gotta hunt. Like I know what I'm gonna go and eat.
So what
kill a
year?
pig,
Like, what years?
sell that.
What years?
Nigga,
It's
Renaissance.
around the Renaissance. So like
Remember
William
the only
Shakespeare,
thing-
like
Like
1770s.
1700s.
You just gotta
1700s,
low-key, you just gotta be
1700s.
Is
clean
a car
enough.
invented by then?
No.
No!
It's
Not even close!
Horseback.
It was
Not even close, bro. Horses.
Bro, that's before Red Dead Redemption.
I'm
bro.
thinking.
Hey, my nigga, I'll start inventing.
This is what
Look,
I'm thinking.
Either, if I go
You
back,
don't know how to make a car, so how you gonna make a
Nigga,
car?
but I
Nigga,
know
you
the
don't even know how to
concept.
make fire.
So how you gonna make
fire?
it?
1895 was the first car.
You know how to make fire?
So it was before.
You know how to make fire, bro?
Yes.
If I throw you, if we go hiking, bro, you know how to just make fire out of nothing, bro.
Hey, I was a Boy Scout. I know how to make a fire, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna get hard, bro.
If we going all back together, I'm gonna live like
No,
60
no,
years.
yeah,
Right?
together,
Put it all our heads
together.
in one.
Yeah, if we go together, let's see.
Hey, what I'm saying is the skinny ones are gonna get picked off first, and the taller big guys are gonna survive.
So
Because you're gonna have to fight.
I got the transportation, alright? I know how to make a wagon and shit. We get a horse.
I'm gonna give you guys.
Yeah.
I bet the wheel will be rich.
I'm gonna give you guys one thing that you have to think about, right? I was watching this video. Right now that they believe the doctors are right now saying that it's a possibility that the reason why people have allergies is because back in time the water was so contaminated that you were just bound to like pick up worms and shit, right? So when you drink, or when back in then when they like drank water and shit like that, it wasn't like filtered or anything like that. So the water had like worms and shit like that and different parasites, and they believe that your body, in order to defend against it, like eventually mutated that.
Yeah.
And then that's how it combated it. Do you think that you're surviving parasites in your water?
Yeah.
Bro, I drink cold. Like, you drink,
Yeah,
That's not the
That's
same.
the same.
That comes from a facility. That's being filtered.
Bro,
That's
I'm not
being
gonna lie, bro.
filtered,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Think about this, bro. Think about this, bro. They probably don't like you don't even know where they're gonna throw you. They like all right, so you probably a normal person, right? They probably don't see you as a peasant, so you're gonna be in the peasant. You're gonna be like at the bottom of the thing. So at the top is where the king is. Where's the
The
kings
nobility and the
taking
king.
shits. Take like
Everything
taking
you got.
showers and everything with the water. You gonna drink the water that niggas is taking shits on, nigga.
Nah,
Think about
wait,
that.
hold up.
You have to. You have no other choice.
I'm
Bro,
gonna
the
disagree
river,
with you,
bro.
Bro, y'all not
disagree with you,
thinking,
bro.
There's no other
The
choice.
river.
Y'all not
disagree.
thinking.
Look, we go back in time right now as we are. We go back, they're gonna be like, damn, who are these fly niggas? What the fuck they wearing? What is that?
Hey, we're gonna be
What is that
slaves.
sweater? What
Like, do we get-
it's
I-
made from?
Nah, that's gonna be tough, bro. They gonna think you was
Come
Jon
on.
Snow or somebody. That's tough,
Do
bro.
we get items like?
No.
We just spawned, bro.
But y'all not
GTA.
thinking- Bro, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start preaching. I'm gonna get a group, my disciples, I'm gonna start preaching.
I want to go back be Jesus.
Nigga, they already believe in religion.
Okay, I'm gonna start my own shit. I already know shit that's gonna happen.
This is what
before
you're gonna
it
have to
happens.
do.
So when I start preaching,
You're
the
gonna be a
future,
prophet.
they're gonna be like, oh, this nigga.
Nigga, learn a couple magic tricks.
He's
You're gonna have them niggas amazed.
Nah, you're doing too
All
much.
right, here's a question then,
Y'all gonna
Bill.
be witches. They're gonna think you witches. I'm gonna just act normal and just fit in. And then once I see the biggest guy, you know, you take care of him, and then I'm the biggest
Take
guy.
care of
That's
him.
it.
I'm about to be like I'm about to be like a joker.
Huh?
I'm about to just be like a jester.
Oh, you
Niggas gonna be in the court fucking dicks and shit.
I'm saying.
I'll put your
His
ass.
ass. I'd rather be a knight.
But y'all
And
see,
a jester.
y'all see,
Nigga, you gonna die being a knight.
Nigga, no.
How you know?
So from my understanding,
I'm gonna let the other niggas go in front of me.
my God.
And honestly, if
yeah,
it's a,
so somebody that you
Alright,
know,
so
that's
throw
what,
in
if
there,
it's a 1v1 against a weak nigga, I'm
I'm good,
chopping
bro.
his
I'm
head.
a jester, bro. I'm gonna be chilling.
they bring the
kings
they bring the horse into Troy. Boom, I'm in Troy.
Oh shit.
Boom. I'm like, yo, there's niggas in there, bro. Open that shit up right now.
Nigga,
Open
open
it up.
that.
Why would you open it?
Burn it.
Why would you open it?
Nigga, cause
There's
what they
people
thought
in
they
there.
were.
But there's people in there. That's how they got caught. It's because somebody went outside
So
and
you
got
want to
caught.
become the top guy from
No,
snitching?
no.
Nigga, if I'm in Troy, all right, boom, you put me back in
He gonna
Troy.
be an oracle.
And I see that horse coming, I'm like, yo, do
Word
not accept
snitching,
that
word.
shit. Take that shit back. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be looked at as a fucking hero. I'm good for life. I'm good for
You
life.
gonna
after
burn that shit yourself.
I'm gonna burn it.
No, but
Arrow.
time out. Here's what's gonna happen though. As soon as you do that one thing, that could change all of history.
all of history. But
And
I'm
now
gonna be that-
everything that
guess
you're gonna
what?
say next is gonna be a
I'm
lie.
gonna be that nigga though.
For like an hour. For like an hour.
Nah, he would have won that. He would have been knighted, and
I would
so he would have been a god for years. All you need is one back in the day.
Me as well.
I'm gonna just tell them who won Super Bowl 1, Super Bowl 2, 3. I got it for them. I'm like, make sure you
You're
bet
not
on
about
this.
sports betting.
Well, no, it was
Horse
invented
racing.
already.
Horse racing.
They did all that. They did all that. Gambling and prostitution was like the first jobs ever created.
But y'all gotta dodge the black plague too. Like,
Yeah, no, you got the plague. Yeah,
The rats too. The rats.
The rats had it.
And
Yeah.
rats, extra protein, man.
Huh?
To keep the conversation going. Yeah, man. I'm only lasting like 2 days, and I'm gonna give it like 50. And like the last 12 hours is gonna be the roughest 12 hours.
I give myself maybe a month. I could do a month before I get tired of that shit.
That's insane.
A month. That's it.
Like, what do you eat?
Like I know how to survive.
You
Like
don't eat straight bread. No
you don't have to just eat.
seasoning.
You don't have to.
No, nothing, bro.
You don't have to learn how to fish. You only.
I'm gonna
You
throw
really
the-
don't.
I'm gonna throw the biggest Diddy party over there.
Hey yo! Oh shit! All right, but McNasty, you want to take us into the next subject? What do we got?
So next subject, Christmas is around the corner. So let's ask each other, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
You caught.
And we can go around the room. Let's start with Ken. Let's go with Ken.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. My boy asked me about a movie that I never watched. I watched
Don't say Home Alone.
no, it was like something about
that's my favorite
a
movie.
Christmas without Santa. Y'all seen that
Was
movie?
that a cartoon?
It's like some cartoon shit. I don't know. I've
Is
never
it like
watched
3D on the ABC Family?
Bro, I don't know.
Okay,
I've
that's
never
my
watched.
favorite.
But what's your favorite? Not
Yeah,
his.
what's
What is your favorite?
I'm just saying. I don't know if y'all watched it. I've never watched it. That's why.
What's your favorite, nigga?
I was like Home Alone. Nigga. I don't watch like Christmas movies like that.
Home Alone is like top.
Top tier, right?
You
So
can't go Christmas.
that's
bro.
S tier.
Home Alone. Yeah.
So my favorite is it's like this claymation that they showed on ABC Family, and there's a nigga with fire hair, and then a nigga that's made out of ice, and then there's Santa in it. You know that one?
No.
I don't know.
I think I know what you're saying.
I'm saying his favorite.
You don't really know the name, but it's your favorite.
I used to watch that shit on ABC Family. They used to spam that shit every day. I used to watch
The
it.
one with the ice season inside the cave type shit.
Yeah, and then there was a Yeti or something.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Right. It's
Oh,
like that
I know which
cartoon
one. I know what you're talking about.
That's my favorite, bro.
Okay. Me personally, I'm a favorite of the classics. I have to go with the Jim Carrey Grinch. That movie just hits. They nailed it. Who do you think modern day could play a better Grinch?
I was in Fade Grinch too. Nobody.
Nobody, bro. Low key. But that's my pick. Melly.
I recently seen The Grinch. I definitely gotta say that's a good one. But I'm gonna have to go with Home Alone. I'm gonna have to go with Home Alone 2 though.
You going with the second one, not the
I
first?
like Home Alone
Two
2.
on all of
New York.
I know. I think
Yeah,
I think
Home Alone
I think
2
Tank is the best one.
Okay.
Kevin McAllister, the GOAT.
No, yeah, Home Alone is definitely up there. They always say Die Hard. They could put in Harry Potter.
They really do.
They do say Die Hard.
Like, what the fuck?
Honorable mention.
That is
Harry
a-
Potter.
that's a good one.
Honorable mentions. I'm a rom-com buff. I love rom-com, so any
Okay.
rom-com buff. But yeah, I would say the greatest. It has to be Home Alone. I don't think that. Or this one is low-key slept on. Elf.
No.
Oh, that's a good one.
Elf.
That's a good one.
Will Ferrell.
Low key, that's a good
is
one.
low key, high key funny. Nobody understands his humor, but he's
I'll
hilarious.
tell you a story about senior year, Christmas time. All my teachers were playing Elf at the same time, but they started at different times. So nigga, I
Different
would
scenes.
I would be in first period. It'll be the end. I go to second period. That should be in the middle. Third period, we just started. So I would like that whole week before you go on break. Them niggas I was watching Elf in different parts of the movie, and like the part where he's eating spaghetti with syrup, it's just seared in my brain.
Yeah.
Like you could vividly remember how he did
Wait,
that
so y'all
whole
never
scene.
tried that?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
What the fuck?
Yo, I tried that.
Might have to try it for the Christmas episode. Stay tuned.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
Yo,
I'm
it
not
ain't
gonna
that
lie,
bad. It ain't that bad.
Like I'm talking about syrup, but like recently I tried spaghetti with like some sugar in it.
Oh,
That shit good.
Spaghetti with sugar?
yeah. That's
I haven't tried it.
I haven't tried it, but that's more common than
It hasn't crossed my
I tried
mind.
with
I've
syrup.
had like pizza with like sugar in the sauce.
No, sweet sauce.
Yeah, like sweet sauce. Like I've had that. But
Like
like,
spaghetti syrup. No.
It's
Elf
basically
is
the same
slept
thing.
on.
Try it.
Oh, it's
Try
a
it.
little-
It's kind of like a down syrup.
okay, I get it then. I get
You
the
like
concept.
it?
Wait. Technically,
I was young.
I put hot honey. Honey is kind of like syrup, so
It's like sweet.
Yeah, we can go with that. We can go with
similar.
that.
Similar.
All right.
I like hot honey.
How about you, Bill?
Bill, what do you got?
The Polar Express.
I watched that shit.
Yeah, I
That
recently
was
watched
the
that.
first ever movie I seen in a movie theater.
Wait, in Kansas City, they have
I
Polar
remember I
Express.
took the
kinda
fucking
wanna go. I don't have
the
no
class
kids.
field trip.
So
was
if you
to
look at
fucking
me in the
see
Polar Express, you'll think I'm a pedophile. I just want to go, man.
Bro, I have never seen a nigga on a train drift on fucking ice.
That's his stuff, bro. He had that wheelbarrow.
Body, he said.
Body guy, he said. Another good one, in my opinion, Scrooge.
I feel like that's a good one.
Oh,
Yeah,
Scrooge, the old nigga that he don't like Christmas.
He doesn't like giving up his money or anything like that.
Yeah.
He's like stingy. No.
No, nigga.
Scrooge.
It's an old. It's
You
a
got
turns into a
candle.
ghost.
Wait, what's
Yeah.
And they take him to like, if you did this is
The
what-
Christmas past is past, present, and future.
Probably like Home Alone. That's probably the only movie I watched.
You never watched Elf?
You gotta go watch those
Not
classics.
even Homework.
But Polar Express is animated.
That's probably the only one I've
Oh, Prince is
watched.
good.
Watch out, Alpha's.
The one with like Whoville and all that. That's
Yeah,
probably the
yeah,
only
yeah.
one I've watched.
You gotta go back and watch that. That's a good movie. That's a good movie. Yeah, I know the Scrooge movie. Scrooge.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a great movie. But gentlemen, this takes us to our next portion of the podcast. Melly, you want to give them a rundown of how this is about to go down?
So recent events, we found out that our legend rapper was accused of the R word, raping a 13-year-old with Bryant's favorite idol, Diddy. The Diddler.
Diddler. All right. So what you're alluding to is that Jay-Z was recently in the news for being accused of heinous crimes against a child at the time, stating that he had sexually assaulted her. Now, did you guys see how this played out on social media? No. Did you guys see how it's going around? the girl put out the statement, or her lawyer put out the statement, and then Jay-Z's lawyer responded. I actually think that he didn't do it because he's the first one so far of everybody who's been alleged of anything to go, nah, we're not doing any settlements. I'm taking this to court. We're going to fucking figure this shit out. He's the only one so far. I'm like, okay, he's kind of innocent if you really try to fight this shit. What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
I definitely could say like a lot of things. Like I could say maybe he did come out very fast in saying it, and a lot of people are saying like that did kind of seem a little guilty.
That he said, I'm not guilty. I'm going to sue you for lying.
As fast as he came out,
Yeah, like you are accusing me of something crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Like this is a crazy claim.
But
I'm gonna settle? That's gonna make me look guilty. No, nigga, I ain't do it. I'm suing you.
But like, let's say like, I think what Melly's trying to say is like, you don't gotta go right away and be like, oh, I didn't do it.
Absolutely. You're gonna let it simmer?
You probably did it.
Y'all saw what happened to Drake when he let it simmer?
But Drake didn't do it.
But Drake's not guilty, right?
Drake's not being sued.
But that's the problem though. The allegations came out against him. He waited until the end of this year.
Before you continue, nobody's talking about Drake, bro.
You brought him up.
You brought him up.
Who brought him up? Press the replay. Press the replay. All right.
That brought him up.
Scrap Drake. Whatever.
I'm talking about Drake.
This is a heinous crime. You have your wife, you have daughters that now have to hear that their dad did some crazy shit like that. Their friends are gonna ask him about it. You think I'm gonna just sit around like, let me let my lawyers handle that shit?
You know
like,
what I say, bro? Birds of a feather flock together. Nigga.
I don't believe that. I don't believe
I
that, bro.
think there's also something that like
Jay-Z was in it.
That Jay-Z's looking to like buy something.
Buy what?
Like he's looking to buy like a business. I don't know if it's I think it's I don't know if it's like casinos or.
Oh, in New York, he's trying to build it, but yeah, that was previous. I think he almost won it already, if I'm not mistaken.
But maybe that case would have pushed it back. Nah, man.
No, that wouldn't affect that.
no.
Well, all I'm saying
It would make them they would have to renegotiate if that were true.
Yeah.
But you think that he only came out to protect that investment? Y'all think that was worth more than protecting his actual image?
I'm sure he has other
I
investments.
don't think about his image. Probably just an investment.
All right. So did you see that Beyonce's mom liked the post?
Which one?
Saying that he got accused for raping
Nah, I didn't say that.
13-year-old.
I did not see this.
Yeah.
Is this
And
confirmed?
then she went back out and said I was hacked. Coincidentally, she was
That's what they
hacked.
all say.
And then the next day they're hugged up for the release of Mufasa or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this confirmed? Is this confirmed?
It actually happened.
Well,
She came out, she said she was hacked. Oh, so all of a sudden she's hacked.
Wait, so she got hacked, and the only thing they did was like a post about you.
Yeah,
That's the
but
only
bro,
thing
you
they
know
did.
people are looking at likes. So if
That's
you
what I'm
see
saying.
Beyonce's mom liking that post of that nigga getting accused
Why-
of that,
that's what I'm
everybody's
saying.
gonna be like, yo, that gotta be true.
So this is
And like I think a lot of things that help people think that way is just Jay-Z's involvement with people like R. Kelly and
Right.
and like P. Diddy, you know, like because
all right.
Like-
but here's the problem.
no,
Nobody's applying that rule all the way across the board. Trump is a known best friends with fucking Jeffrey Epstein. Nobody links those two ever
Yes, they
together.
do.
So
What are
no,
you talking
no, they don't. No, they don't.
That's
You voted for. All right, so the country as a whole thinks that this guy is then suitable to be a president if you're linking Epstein to Trump. The country doesn't think like that.
Yeah, remember,
The country does not think like that.
remember what it said, bro?
They're not.
We're not talking about Trump. We
But
talking
they're
about
not.
that, bro.
They're not applying the logic the same across the board.
But listen,
You're
I
not.
think on this subject, money comes with power.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously JC got his bread, whatever. So he's gonna have the power to do some dumb shit and think he's gonna get away with it.
it's especially
So
like back then,
it's
like,
not
everybody.
and also
believe that.
there's a lot of other rappers or artists, whatever the case may be. If you got your money up there, Epstein, they're gonna try to do some dumb shit on the side. I
I'm
think they're
saying-
gonna get away with it.
Nobody.
I'm saying
nobody's the perfect human, bro. They go.
It's
But,
not.
but
Sadly,
Jay-Z,
it's not.
Jay-Z has already said, like, I'm not perfect. He literally said, I used to sell crack. I grew up from that. knowing that there was honor and code in certain things that you just don't do.
But like this
Like, he said that.
There's certain levels of you not doing stuff bad. Like, all right, you selling like crack to your community, but you are wording a woman, like a girl, a 13-year-old as a 31-year or as how old ever old he is. Like, that's not justifiable. Like, what are you talking about?
But that's why he's suing, because he knows he didn't do it.
Okay.
He's protecting himself and protecting his image.
All right.
That's a multi-billion-dollar brand.
This is what I'll say. We don't know what the truth may be,
Okay.
but let's go by history. When he met Beyonce, she was 16.
Right.
And he was like, what, 25?
When he met Aaliyah, he was trying to get with Aaliyah.
Exactly.
No, he wasn't Aaliyah. He definitely
Rihanna.
So talk about that. You're talking about the wrong shit.
Time
Drop
out.
all this other bullshit. I'm just looking at past history.
Time
That's
out.
what I'm saying.
Y'all saying this, but nobody thought it was wrong with R. Kelly until recently.
He's in jail.
But that was recently.
Everybody thought that nigga was wrong.
He was convicted. Up until he was convicted. People were still listening to his music and everything. And bumping his music.
R. Kelly.
Producer, play R. Kelly song.
R. Kelly been had videos leaked out though of him being involved with underage like girls.
But that's the
We know
that's
he
the
was a
Dave
problem.
Chappelle made a whole
And-
It
and-
wasn't until
and R-
recently that he actually got like convicted with anything.
Right.
Think about how long he was out
Right.
out and about.
Technically, like our new president is like a felon, and you're putting all this stuff past them. You think that these people are so good that they wouldn't do
Exactly. They not. Like, look at Joe Biden's.
Not everybody. Not
He's a
not
felon, he
everybody.
forgave
everybody.
Come on,
But that's a
not
problem.
everybody.
You guys are
You can't
applying it as if
This
it's
is
You
dumb.
can't put it past
And then there's so many
them.
felons out there that are in prison.
You guys are
Gun
applying it
charge.
as if it is everybody though. You can't say that it's everybody.
Yo, okay, it's not.
It's a great fantasy
Yo,
to have in your head
listen,
that everybody that has money
listen,
is doing bad things. Everybody thinks that, but that's not reality.
Listen. Okay, it's not reality, but look at his
not gonna
track
solve
record though.
World for
Like
the
why?
same.
Why is he coming out?
Life
Like
for
why
the
is he
same.
coming out
That's
and
a
making?
purpose.
Like why is he coming out and making multiple albums, going on tour with someone like R. Kelly, who was accused of doing those things?
At the time,
And-
it was acceptable.
And
At the time, if you go back to the culture of the time,
what is he saying? What are
if
you talking about?
dead ass, go back to the culture of that time
Now you're
period.
flip flopping, bro.
I'm not.
Now you're trying to make a.
It wasn't until recently that this moral morality of
So what you're saying
so
is
R. Kelly-
you're saying he
so-
didn't do it, but then you're saying it was acceptable at that time. So pick one.
I'll give you an
No,
example.
listen,
I'll give you
listen.
another example.
No,
It's
no, no,
completely
no,
outside
no.
of rap.
Listen,
I'll give you an example.
one mic. Listen. So you're talking about the culture back then was okay. So you're saying that R. Kelly, right? How how old was he? I think he was like 30, 20, like late 20s.
That's it.
I think he was like engaged to Aaliyah, who was under the age of 18.
I will give you another
So
example.
that's okay.
You want another example?
That's okay.
I'll give you an example of
Tell
somebody who
me,
didn't
is
go
that
to
okay?
jail.
Is that okay? Is that okay?
I'm gonna ask you the same question.
In
I'm gonna ask you the
2024, is
same.
that okay?
But the times change. That's what I'm saying.
Or 2000.
The
But
times
even
change.
2000, that's not okay, bro.
I'm gonna give you another.
bro.
I'm gonna give you another
Can I
example.
ask?
Hey, back to medieval times, like I was saying.
I'm gonna give you another
You do whatever. They had that old mentality.
So, what is your take
legal.
on Elvis Presley was in that same ship?
I don't care who it is, bro.
He died in a
But
toilet.
to this day, his image is not combined with
It
that.
is combined,
To this,
bro.
no, it's not. No, it's
It
not.
is, bro.
The average person doesn't think Elvis was a
nigga-
fucking child predator.
The average person today doesn't think about
Anybody who.
But that's
Anybody who
Nah,
looks it up.
brother.
Nah, if I was
Everybody
to
who
think
looks
about
it
him,
up
because
will
obviously
say
I
that.
don't know anything about it, but if I was to think about him, I'd just be like, he's
Like,
a big star. Like, I would.
That's all people think about.
But
If
if I
you
thought
don't know
about-
him, you don't link the two.
So you're crossing the
It's
lines
because-
again. You're
How?
saying that just because he's a big star doesn't apply to him. You
That's
gotta
all I'm-
pick and choose. You're saying it's not him. Then you're saying he's a big star, so nobody's gonna associate. And then you're saying that that's how it was back in the day. You
Back
gotta pick
in
and
those
choose.
days, that wasn't considered to be morally wrong.
So did he do it? Yes or no?
Did he do it? I don't think he
Wait,
did.
so
I don't think he did.
wait, so back in the day, it wasn't wrong for them to do it. So do you think Jay Z did it? Yes or
Nah,
no?
it was
Back in the
legally
day,
wrong, but not
it wasn't
morally.
wrong.
The what?
So it wasn't wrong morally. So you think he did it?
I don't think he did it.
Do you think?
Well,
do you think Jay Z was ever like I mean, like
yeah, it did.
You just said, yeah, you said.
No, I don't think he did it. I mean, that was true. He said it.
But it was okay if you did it. It was okay if you did it.
That's not what I'm saying. I don't
I
think he
think it
did
would have been
it.
okay.
It was okay back in the day.
Time.
But
That's the
with Jay-Z,
mentality
you don't
back
think he
then.
did it.
Back
It
then, that was
back
the
in the day.
mentality. That was the mentality back
I
then.
feel like it would have came out at that time, it would have been okay. But now it's 2024. That shit's bad. Like, it just came out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now we know it's bad. So now they're applying that morality backwards. That makes sense?
So you're saying he did do it?
No.
Or if
At
he
least
did
for
it,
like,
it would have been okay.
I'm giving you the example of like, if,
But
let's say
tell me
Elvis-
how you feel, motherfucker. I don't care.
I do not think that he did it. I am telling you what I think.
How do you feel like? All right, let's say you didn't do it, but let's say
Okay.
he did do it.
Okay.
Okay, how do you feel?
Send him to jail. If he did do it, send him to jail.
What?
Right to jail. I'm not gonna sit around like, man, you know, we gotta really think about this. No, right to jail. Put that nigga under the jail.
Wait,
I wouldn't care.
Like for some shit like that, when was that? Like in the 2000s?
I don't know when the claim
It
originally
was
happened.
like a VMA.
Oh, she was like really underage. It was like it's like
13.
consent.
Like one crazy another thing about it was there was like a woman who was involved as well, and like rumor had like people are like rumoring that it was Jennifer Lopez.
Oh yeah.
I see it. Yo, it was a movie with.
So
her.
my understanding is that it was an
18-year-old guy.
unnamed star.
It was a movie with.
It was
like,
a horror
teen.
movie?
It was like some like thriller movie.
Yeah,
She's
I know
fucking,
what you're
like
talking
some teen.
about.
Her like
Yeah.
son's
Yeah.
best friend.
Yeah.
And the dude was like 15, 16 years old, and she's just fucking in
So-
the movie.
So the
He
way
wasn't
that
obviously 16.
That was
but
nice.
it's just
So-
a movie.
Time out. So the way that the legal document is quoted is that is another unnamed female star was in the room. They don't know specifically who it is, but that's the theory that they got going right now. That's at least the internet theory. But it's an unnamed female star.
Get married to.
She had
that video?
So at the time, I guess she was involved with Diddy at the time, maybe.
Yeah, they were dating.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
They were
So that's kind of fair.
Makes sense.
She was
The lines are connected.
All right, so I don't know if you guys are aware of Nick Fuentes. He got caught up with a woman.
Okay.
I don't know if she was like a reporter or something, but she was like up to his house, to his door, and he like hit her. What did he like?
Yeah. He like pushed her
assaulted
away. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was aggressive. Yeah. But I mean, yeah. If
Like-
somebody comes to my house and do that, I would.
Was it in his property though?
Yeah,
It was on his property.
So she
It
was
was in front of the door. She was knocking on the door. He opens the door, and I forgot what questions he said.
Yeah,
She
so-
wanted. Yeah.
So sorry. So like I just wanted to bring that up and just ask you guys like a question: if he was in the right or was he in the wrong?
He was in the
What's
right.
that? Once is
Legally, if you
I will give
property-
you. All right, so I do know what the story, this story specifically. So right after the election, after Trump won, there was a like a podcaster or some type of streamer or something like that by the name of Nick Fuentes, and he started on Twitter. He started going, "My body or your body, my choice." He's the person that started that right after the election, right after Trump won. Now he's a known white supremacist, has been invited to Mar-a-Lago to have dinner and shit. Like this guy is like known in the community. If you go on Twitter, like the shit he says on there is fucking ridiculous. But they shortly after he started posting that online, they apparently discovered where he lived. They doxed his address, and he was getting death threats, this, that, and the third, and there were people like around his house and whatnot. So he was in this situation actually defending himself because he's been getting death threats online and shit like that. So technically, he was in the right from my point of view because she came up to his property. But then again, do you just start shoving anybody who comes to your door?
Yeah, especially a woman out this.
I'm not gonna lie, like I think, like in my opinion, I think he was in the right because like him being the person that he was, like he just didn't know what the woman
What her
was
plans
on.
were.
Yeah, like
You don't know her
even if
intentions.
it was a woman, she still could have popped him.
Wait,
right?
Is it famous?
Like people always want to say like,
no.
like let's be
got death
wanna look
threats,
at
he's got
people.
death threats.
Oh yeah, then I was just like that. I mean, I think that's like yeah,
You
no,
couldn't even like wait at the end of the driveway, like you had to come to the door.
Right.
yeah, no, because most people like
With a camera
reporters they'll
too,
just
like-
wait like at the end of the driveway type shit to like interview you or something. But like
So
she
what
went to
is
the
he,
door
like,
and that's
Mexican?
overstepping.
No, he's white. He's a white supremacist.
That's
His name was
No, I don't know how his last name is Fuentes, but he's dead ass white. The whitest person you'll ever meet. Like this guy's a known white supremacist.
He is Hispanic, and yeah, he's a white supremacist. And then Trump hired him for something.
He brought him to like Mar-a-Lago to have
Yeah, they
dinner or
were
some shit like
close,
that.
and then a lot of people felt some type of way. Oh, you got a white supremacist near you, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and then after the election, like right when he started tweeting that, like your body, my choice. Yeah, that's
crazy.
everybody started doxing him immediately.
It's tweaking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this dude was crazy. But yeah.
He did it
So
off rip too. He's like, yup. Post. Like as soon as that shit keeps post that shit. He's not gonna let me get in trouble.
I think like a lot of people would probably justify like, yeah, he was saying all of this crazy stuff, you know, but like say if it was random person off the block just tweeting random stuff like that off Twitter, then he's just saying stuff off his mind. He's just crazy.
personally,
Obviously just because he has a name, people are just seeing it like
because he was being harassed, I personally believe in the First Amendment. You have the freedom to say all the bullshit you want. Now, there are freedom of speech, but there's no freedom of consequences. Sometimes there are consequences to the things you say.
where was it? It was in New York. Where was it?
I don't know where he lives specifically. But you have freedom of speech, but you do not have freedom of the consequences from the things that you say. Is the way that I personally interpret it. Like, if somebody pops you because they wasn't feeling what you were saying, you had the choice not to say what you said. But at the same time, I don't think you should be like arrested or something like that. But
For a show, I mean, isn't that like
gotta stand
isn't
up.
that like an assault? That you got shoved, right?
yeah,
And it's
So, I
okay
mean,
with
that's in your
kids.
but if that's in your property, depending the state.
it depends on your state. That is true.
Chicago. It was
It was in Chicago.
Illinois.
I mean, I don't know.
Do they have a stand your ground laws?
Yeah, it's called Oblak.
So if they do have stand your ground laws, and you feel like you are under threat, legally speaking, you can take the necessary force to remove that threat away from you. Since he did it, he pushed her, but didn't like go after her and like start beating on her after the fact.
And that would
And that would have been crazy. Then that would have been like, yeah, we can't support that.
So no.
No, so Chicago doesn't have a stand your ground law. Interesting.
wow. So yeah, so that was legal then.
That was illegal.
Wow.
But what would he?
Because
say?
legally
It was probably
speaking-
like a settlement, like a settlement, or probably like
Charge.
So
a charge.
They might.
So,
it
I mean,
might
I guess
be-
he would want to
depending on how
charge.
pushed her.
Depending on
From the
how
video that I remember
Probably
seeing.
gonna sue.
He just pushed her. I don't know
Yeah,
if it went past that from the clip that I saw.
that's
What if you open the door and you see Brian knocking, and he just trying to get in your crib to owe you down? What you gonna do?
What the fuck?
Shove that nigga back.
I'll ask him what he wants to drink.
I ain't gonna come before he comes to my house.
I'm waiting in the rain. Like, what do you want?
He's headbutting your door. What you gonna do?
Headbutting is crazy. all right, gentlemen. But that brings us to the end of this episode. We had some special guests here. Gentlemen, do you want to give your goodbyes to the podcast before we close out here? Let's start with, all right, we started at the end. Let's start with Brian and Sam. Let's go.
I'll be looking forward to coming back here again. You know, it was a good vibe. So, thank you guys for listening and tuning in. And yeah, I'll see you guys again.
Don.
It was a pleasure. Check out their podcast. Keep it up. Let's grow it. Come on.
Yes, sir. Bill.
Thanks for listening. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, all that. And look forward to coming back for next time.
Kato.
Been here before. Nothing new. Your shit gonna skyrocket to the moon.
But yeah, let's wrap this up. Melly, McNasty, what do we think? Was this a good episode?
This was definitely a good episode. I could definitely say thank you to our guests. I think we definitely had good chemistry, had a good banter, had a lot of good conversations, argued great. What do you think about that, McNasty?
Nah, it was definitely good banter. It's good to I always find it like very pleasurable when we all team up and tell Brian he's wrong. He swear he's right all the time, bro. And he just makes up scenarios to make sure he's right. So it was a great episode. I liked it.
It was a great episode, gentlemen. But let's close it out. Remember, if you want to see any more of our clips, any of our social medias, you can go to the link tree. That is linktr.ee/high notes with an S podcast. If you guys want to get more of the episodes off of there. But we'll see you guys in the next one.